What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Wager Zone podcast. On this episode, we're going to be getting into my best bets and predictions for UFC 304. And we're coming off actually a really good betting day for Cage Warriors 175 it was. We went 6-3 on our bets. We actually had a really good profitable night. We had 2 underdogs. We cashed 3 parlays. And we just want to keep this momentum running into this UFC 304, guys. I'm really excited for this card. I think it has some pretty good reads on this card. I like a lot of the fighters. I know a lot of the fighters on this card. I didn't have to do a whole bunch of tape study because I've actually watched a lot of these fighters fight a lot. I don't miss a event. I usually watch every single weekend. So if there's fighters that fought in the UFC before, most times I've seen them. Or if they fought in Cage Warriors, I've seen them. If they fought in LFA, I've seen them. So yeah, guys, let's get into this card. It's the first fight of the night. It's gonna be Shannon Bannon against Allen-Aspinal-Edward. And honestly, I'm pretty confident in this play. I know it's women's MMA, so I guess you can't always say you're confident. But at the line right now on this, it says it's plus 114 for Shauna Bannon. But the line has actually moved a lot on her. Right now, Shauna Bannon is actually the favorite. She is a minus 130 at the moment, so these odds are not accurate. But Shannon Bannon was the underdog, but the line has moved on her a lot. I do think Shannon Bannon is gonna win this fight. She had a lot of hype on her coming into her debut, and I just think she just fell flat. She didn't show up. And with this fight gonna be in the UK, I think she's gonna have a lot of people there showing up for her and supporting her there. So I think she's gonna she's actually gonna show up for this fight. I think we're actually gonna see the real Shauna Bannon in this fight. And don't get me started on Allen-Aspinal-Edward. Like, guys, I've seen her fight. She is horrible. I'm not even lying. She is not a good fighter. I don't know why Dana signed her to the UFC. I think the only reason why Dana signed her is because she has over like 500,000 followers on Instagram. She has over 3 million, or I think it was 30 million followers on TikTok, or something either 3 or 30 million. I forgot, something with a 3 in it. But she has a big following. She has a OnlyFans. She's an OnlyFans girl. She's out here shaking her ass on OnlyFans and sending nude pics to people. That's not my type of fighter, guys. I think she's just here for the publicity. She's not here for all this. And come on, like, in my opinion, look at her. It's like, come on, are you really gonna want to go buy her OnlyFans? Like, that's like, come on, guys. I'm not here for all this fake fighter stuff. If you have an OnlyFans and you're not gonna be a real fighter and you're out here just selling your ass, like, fuck out of here with all that shit. I'm taking Shauna Bannon to come in here and whoop this OnlyFans girl. We're not even gonna call her Allen-Aspinal-Edward anymore. We're gonna call her OnlyFans girl. So Shauna Bannon's gonna go in here and whoop this OnlyFans girl. She's gonna be the first bet of the day. Give me Shauna Bannon. She's a minus 130 right now. She has a lot. The line has moved from a 114, so you see a lot of people are seeing what I'm seeing. So yeah, that's gonna be my first bet of the day, guys. Give me Shauna Bannon. All right, guys, this is gonna be another play I'm actually really confident in for this for the second fight of the night. It's gonna be a first leg of a parlay. It's gonna be Mick Parkin versus Lucas Buzeski, and I'm actually really confident in Mick Parkin in this fight. I don't think Buzeski actually has anything for Mick Parkin. I think Mick Parkin is actually technically way better than him. He's better at striking. He's better at wrestling. I think he has the better jiu-jitsu. I just don't see a way that Buzeski wins this fight. So in my opinion, I think Mick Parkin is gonna eventually go out there and knock him out in the second or third round by just when Lucas eventually just gasses out. I like Mick Parkin. He's a professional. He has like I said, he has a good stand-up game. He has good takedowns. He has pretty decent jiu-jitsu. I don't think he's going to be a champion or anything one day. I don't think he's going to be a top 5 fighter or anything like that, but I do like what I see from him right now, and I think this is a really good fight. The line opened up at a minus 270, and you can see right there it was a 278, and now it's up to a minus 325, minus 340, so it's been juiced up a lot at the moment. But it's going to be a first leg of our parlay. I'll let you guys know who we're parlaying him with about the next fight. But all right, guys, we're going to take Mick Parkin for the first fight of the night. I mean, the first leg of the parlay. This fight, it's going to be another play I'm actually pretty confident in. It's going to be Sam Patterson versus, I think it's Kiefer Crosby. And right now, this is going to be the second leg of the parlay. It's going to be a 2-leg parlay, and it's going to come out to a minus 125 when you put them together. But I'm going to be taking Sam Patterson in this fight. I think Sam Patterson is just a way better martial artist. I think he has the better hands. He has a better way better jiu-jitsu. He is a jiu-jitsu guy. I do think he's going to get a submission in this fight. He probably win the fight first or second round via submission. But yeah, the only way Kiefer Crosby wins this fight is by catching Sam Patterson with the over right hand. And I can tell you right now, Kiefer Crosby does hit hard. So if you guys do want to hedge on this, I probably will hedge on it. Kiefer Crosby via knockout is a plus 600. So if you do want to hedge your bet out for the parlay, for the 2-leg parlay, just in case Sam Patterson does get caught and gets knocked out, because we have seen Sam Patterson get caught. He leaves his chin up high, so he is susceptible to knockouts. But I do think he's going to be the way better fighter in this. I think he's going to go in and get an easy takedown and win by submission. So he's going to be the second leg of the parlay. It's like I said, it's going to come out to a -120. We're going to parlay Sam Patterson and Mick Parkins, and that's going to be the first parlay of the night. But we are going to be hedging out with a Kiefer Crosby by knockout at a +600, just in case he actually catches Sam Patterson with the knockout. But I don't think it's going to happen, but it's just always good to hedge out. So yeah, guys, give me Sam Patterson for the second leg of the parlay, and that's going to be it for the parlay. This is actually another really good fight between two young prospects. I don't know if I could say that Manel Kape is actually still a young prospect. I've been watching him for a long time now, so I still look at him as a young prospect. But two young fighters are actually really good. I'm a fan of both of these guys. Manel Kape has a really great striking, and we already know how this fight's going to go down. Muhammad Mokaev is actually going to be shooting for takedowns nonstop, and he's just gonna relentlessly shoot takedowns over and over and over again until he gets you down. And when he does get you down, he's going to hold you down. He's going to one knock once you get up. And if you do get up, he's going to shoot another takedown to get you down again. And Manel Kape is going to have the way better striking advantage in this fight. I do think if he does keep this fight standing up, he's going to piece up Muhammad Mokaev. I see Muhammad Mokaev get pieced up by someone like Malcolm Gordon, started getting hands, giving him the hands. Tim Elliott gave him some hands. Other people have actually showed him some good striking, and he can't keep up with it for the most part. But I'm actually going to be taking Muhammad Mokaev in this fight. I do think he's going to be able to secure the takedowns. I don't think that Manel Kape's going to be able to stop the takedowns. I don't think he's going to be able to get back up after he's on the floor. So I do think it's going to be actually a pretty good fight. I think Muhammad Mokaev is actually getting a lot better from where we've seen him before. He trains at a good gym. He trains with a lot of good fighters. So he trains with a lot of good fighters, and he's really young. So I don't see a way he's not getting better. So like I said, I do think he's going to get the takedowns to win this fight. It might be close. He might get a 29-28, or maybe even a split decision where he wins the fight. But either way, I do think he's going to get the win. So I'm going to be betting Muhammad Mokaev the money line, and I'm going to be throwing a little bit on Muhammad Mokaev via decision for this fight. Guys, for this one, this is going to be a fight that I'm not actually going to be putting a lot of investment in. It's going to be one of the leans I'm actually leaning in. I don't know if I'm going to bet. I'm not sure if I'm going to be betting it, but if I do bet it, just check out the description before you go and place your bets. If you're going to tell any of my bets, go and check the description out first to make sure I'm going to be betting this fight. But if I am, it's going to be a small investment because I'm leaning it. But I think I'm going to be taking Oban Elliott. Preston Parsons has shown that he is a dog. He has good jiu-jitsu. He has good reverses if you take him down. But I just think I like Oban Elliott. I think this fight's going to come down to where it's going to be two actually really good grapplers, and it's going to offset each other, where we've seen that sometimes in grappling matches where a wrestler is trying to get the fight down, but he can't get the fight down with another guy that's a grappler, that it just ends up turning into a striking battle. And I think that Oban Elliott has the harder strikes, and he just puts everything together. I like his head kicks. I like his straight punches. He doesn't really throw anything wild. He's very precise with everything he throws. So I'm going to be taking Oban Elliott in this fight. Like I said, I'm not going to be putting too much of investment in it. I'm not even know if I'm going to be betting this fight, but the pick for this fight is going to be Oban Elliott for this one. And this one, I am not going to be betting this fight, just to let you know. So I'm going to be quick with this. It's going to be Modestas Bukauskas versus Marcin Prachnio, and I'm not going to be betting this one. I do not have a good read on this. I think it's two low-level fighters. Like I said, I don't know who's going to win. I've watched these guys for a while now, but I don't like either of these guys' styles. I think they're kind of boring. I do think it's going to be very low level. Probably eventually I think it's probably going to go all 3 rounds, and one of the fighters are eventually going to gas out, and that's how it's going to end. And someone's going to gas out and either get knocked out late, or they're going to win via decision by a nasty decision that just a boring fight after just seeing a first round. I mean, it might not be boring for the first round, because the first round might actually be very exciting, and the second and third round just slows down because I think these guys eventually gas out. But in this fight, if you want to pick for it, I do think I'm going to be taking Marcin Prachnio to win this fight. I don't have a high read on it. I'm not very confident in it. I'm not betting him, but I think he is going to win this fight. I do think Marcin Prachnio is a good fight. But if you do want to bet for this fight, if you guys want me to tell you who I think or what you should bet on this fight, I think a fight over 2.5 or a fight to go to decisions is actually a good prop. I do think, like I said, this fight's going to be really action packed in the first round, and eventually they're just going to gas out. So yeah, guys, I'm going to be picking Marcin Prachnio. If you want to bet for this fight, maybe fight to go to decisions is a good bet. But I'm not going to be betting this fight myself. All right, guys, so that's going to be this one. It's going to be Jake Hadley versus Colin Loughran. And I'm going to tell you guys right now, Jake Hadley opened up a -218 favorite, and the odds have swung the whole opposite way. Now, I think it's Colin Loughran. I don't know how to say his name. Loughran. I don't know how to say his name. But it's something like that. But he's a minus 200 favorite, and I can see why. I think he's a better fighter. Jake Hadley actually has some good hands, and the only way I do think he wins this fight is if he knocks him out in the first round or gets a submission right away. But besides that, I do think he's going to get controlled. I do think he's going to get boxed up for the most part and controlled on the ground. He did miss weight today by a pound. He didn't look good. He missed weight by 1.5 pounds, and he just looked very sucked up. So I don't think it's gonna be very good for him. Good night for him. He better go out there and get a first round knockout and right away, because he's not gonna last. I think he's gonna gas out. So the bet we're gonna be making for this fight, we're gonna be taking Colin Loughran, and it's gonna be the first leg of a parlay that I'm gonna be giving you guys. I'll let you guys know who the other fighters are gonna be in that parlay. But for this fight, I'm gonna be taking Colin Loughran. I think he's gonna control the fight and probably box up Jake Hadley, and then just take him down and control the fight. Maybe win this fight via ground and pound later on after Jake Hadley gasses out, or he wins this fight via decision. So that's going to be the bet for this fight. Give me Colin Loughran in the first leg of parlay. Guys, in this one, we're going to be going again. It's going to be Molly Meatball McCann versus Bruna Brazil. And in this fight, I'm going to be taking Molly McCann in the second leg of a parlay. I'm not high on Molly McCann, so I'm going to tell you guys right now, if I do bet Molly, it means I'm really confident in her winning, because I'm usually betting against Molly because I don't think Molly's that good. I think Molly gets in her own head, and she just tries to be a star too much. But we've seen recently that she has actually calmed down a bit. She's going down in weight. She is actually at her regular weight class that she should be fighting at now, and I think she's going to be way bigger and way stronger than Bruna Brazil. Bruna Brazil doesn't have jiu-jitsu at all, so don't let the Brazil last name make you think she has a crazy jiu-jitsu game, because she really doesn't. She's a striker, and I don't think she's going to be able to strike a Molly. I think Molly's going to be able to take her down at will. Molly will probably even be able to just hold top control the whole time, just because she's a way stronger, way bigger fighter. So yeah, guys, give me Molly McCann in this fight. She's a heavy favorite. I'm going to be adding her to the parlay with Colin Loughran. It's going to be the second leg of the parlay. But yeah, guys, Molly McCann, I think, is going to win this fight. She's going to be way bigger. She's going down to 125, and it's going to be her second fight at 125, and she just looked naturally good there. So yeah, guys, give me Molly McCann for this. All right, guys, this is going to be the third leg of the parlay. It's going to be Nathaniel Wood taking on Daniel Pineda, and we're going to be taking Nathaniel Wood to win this fight. I'm going to tell you guys right now, if you guys want to know who's probably going to shit in your parlay, or who has the highest chance of shitting in your parlay the whole weekend, I'm going to tell you right now, it's probably going to be Daniel Pineda, because every single time I end up betting against Daniel Pineda for some reason, he ends up going out there and winning. I don't know how. I don't think he's that good. I think he's way past his prime. I think Nathaniel Woods should go out there and box him up, take him down, do whatever he wants to him, and literally just dominate this fight. Probably win this fight by knockout. I don't see a way Daniel Pineda wins this fight. I don't like Daniel Pineda. I don't think he's a good fighter. I don't even think he should be in the UFC anymore. So yeah, give me Nathaniel Wood to be the third leg of the parlay. But I'm gonna tell you guys right now, like I said, every time I bet against Daniel Pineda, he ended up going out there and winning. So if you guys want an underdog to go and just fade me on this weekend, because I always lose against Daniel Pineda, go and bet your money on Daniel Pineda. But I'm taking Nathaniel Wood in my third leg of my parlay. Fuck you, Daniel Pineda. Hope you don't ruin my bet again. I've lost way too much money on you, but not like fuck you personally, but man, you lose me too much money. Hope you don't lose me money this weekend. All right, guys, Nathaniel Wood for the third leg of the parlay. Guys, in this one, it's going to be the first fight of the main card. We're going to be breaking this fight down. It's going to be Arnold Allen versus Giga Chikadze, and it's going to be a really good striking battle, guys, with Giga Chikadze being a great kickboxer and Arnold Allen just being an all-around good martial artist. He's just a dog. We've seen the fight against Max Holloway. He looked really good against Max Holloway. He did lose the fight, but he ended up just landing some hard shots on Max Holloway. And with Giga Chikadze, he's one of the best strikers in the UFC, coming over from Glory Kickboxing, and he ended up just, he has that Giga kick that is just ruthless, man. Like, he is, like I said, it's going to be a great striking battle. But we are going to be taking Arnold Allen. He's going to be the first leg of another parlay I'm going to be having. It's going to be a 3-leg parlay with the two other guys. I'm going to be letting you guys know in the next couple fights I'm going to be breaking down. But yeah, like I said, this fight's going to be a great striking battle. I do think it's going to come down to who's more of a dog, who can more take the shots. And I just think that's Arnold Allen. Arnold Allen has shown me a lot recently, especially in that Max fight. Max Holloway fight, man, guys, like, he really looked great. He really earned a lot of respect from me that night. Like, I was like, man, Arnold Allen is something else. But yeah, guys, first leg of the parlay, give me Arnold Allen just to win a dog fight. Guys, and this one is gonna be another fight that I'm leaning on. I'm not sure if I'm gonna bet it. Like I said, check out the description and check if I'm gonna be betting it or not. It's going to be a lean. I don't have a really good read on this fight because I do think it's really close. I like both of these fighters. I think both of these fighters have a way of winning the fight, but it just comes down to how they're going to fight and how I can't tell you what these guys' game plans are going to be. I can tell you what I think it should be, but I can't tell you what it's going to be. But I'm going to tell you guys right now, if they end up striking and it stands up, Christian Leroy Duncan's going to end up knocking out Gregory Rodriguez, I think. I think he has a better crisp hands. He has a way better striking. He puts everything together. He has great straight punches. His head kicks are really nasty, really fast, and powerful. But with someone like Gregory Rodriguez, if he goes out there and decides to use his grappling, where we see that he can get takedowns at will with some fights, and he can just hold people down and use his jiu-jitsu and use his top pressure to hold people down. And I do think Gregory Rodriguez could win this fight if he just uses his takedowns and just don't go out there and try to be RoboCop. I know your nickname is RoboCop, but don't go out there and try to strike with Christian Leroy Duncan. CLD's and they will knock your ass out if you try to go out there and stand with them. So, like I said, I'm not gonna be betting this fight. It's a lean. If I am gonna bet this fight, I will let you know. But I'm gonna be taking Gregory Rodriguez. I do think he's gonna come out there and get some takedowns. He could just control the fight via on the ground, maybe win this fight by submission, or just win this fight by decision by just holding top control. But if he does go out there and try to stand with CLD, I do think Christian Leroy Duncan is gonna end up knocking him out. So, like I said, I'm not really confident either way in this fight because I don't know what the game plan for these fighters are going to be, but if I was Gregory Rodriguez, I would be coming out there trying to get takedowns for this fight. So I'm going to be taking Gregory Rodriguez to win this fight. I'm not going to be betting it. If I do bet it, check out the description, and you guys will see if I... This is going to be the people's main event. I swear, everybody's been waiting for this fight. It's going to be Bobby Green. I'm not going to say, I guess, King Green, but it's Bobby Green against Paddy Pimblett. And yeah, guys, this is going to be a really good fight. You can see right now, it says minus 125 for King Green, a plus 105 for Paddy. And now it's basically a pick 'em. Now it's basically at a minus 115, minus 115. And yeah, I can see a way for both these fighters winning. I'm going to be betting this fight just because I am a Paddy the Baddy fan. I'm not one of those fans that are going to come out here and tell you that, oh, Paddy's the best fighter, he's going to be a champion one day. No, he's not. I'm going to tell you guys right now, I'm a big Paddy fan, but he's not going to be a top 5 fighter one day. He's not going to be a champion one day. I don't think he's going to get there. I will be fading him in the future. I will be putting my money up against Paddy, but not today. I do think he's going to end up beating Bobby Green. I think Bobby Green's going to end up getting taken down and just controlled, and I just think Paddy's going to go out there and show everybody his grappling that we all haven't really seen in the UFC. If you watched Paddy for a while and seen him in the regional scenes and different promotions, you know he has great grappling, and we haven't really seen his grappling in the UFC as much. He's been showing like his striking, that's kind of like he keeps his chin high and he throws some hard strikes, but he does hit really hard. I can tell you guys right now, with the guy and Jim Miller that caught Bobby Green a couple times and rocked Bobby Green a couple times last fight, if Paddy catches him with one of those shots, Bobby's going to go to sleep. Bobby has taken way too many shots in his career. Bobby just got knocked out by Jalen Green 2 fights ago in one of the nastiest knockouts in his career. I do think his chin's going now, so I'm going to be taking Paddy to win this fight. I do think Paddy could win this fight either by knockout, he could win this fight by submission, or he can just win this fight by holding ground control the whole time and winning this fight with ground control. But if this fight does go to decision, and you think this fight's going to decision, and if you guys are on the Bobby Green side, a good bet for you guys is to take Bobby Green via split decision, or just throw a little bit on Paddy via split decision. Those lines are over plus 1,000, so those would be a great plays for you if you guys want to take a split decision prop, because you guys know if it ends up being really close, Bobby Green is going to get robbed in Manchester. You guys know he will get robbed in Manchester if it's a close fight. So yeah, I'm going to be betting Paddy Pimblett. Give me the money line on Paddy. Yeah, Paddy the Baddy's going to win. This is going to be the second leg of the parlay with Arnold Allen. I'm going to be taking Tom Aspinall in this fight. It's going to be Tom Aspinall versus Curtis Blaydes. And I'm not a fan of Curtis Blaydes, guys. I do think Curtis Blaydes is very boring. I do think the only way Curtis Blaydes really wins fights is if he takes people down and just grounds and pounds them, or if he just takes them down and holds them down the whole time. I don't think he's going to be able to take Tom Aspinall down. I think Tom Aspinall is going to be able to stop every single takedown he throws out there. I think Tom Aspinall is way faster. I think he's more powerful. I think he's a way better martial artist. So yeah, I'm really confident in Tom Aspinall winning this fight. He's going to be the second leg of the parlay. It's going to be going with Arnold Allen, and I'm going to be throwing a decent amount of money on Tom Aspinall to win by knockout. I do think he's going to knock Curtis Blades out. So for this fight, it's going to be a second leg of a parlay with Arnold Allen, and I'm going to be throwing something on Tom Aspinall via knockout. All right, guys, and this is the main event of the night. It's going to be Leon Edwards taking on Belal Muhammad, and it's going to be the third leg of the parlay with Arnold Allen and Tom Aspinall. I'm going to be taking Leon Edwards, guys. I don't think Belal Muhammad is going to be able to get the takedowns. Kamaru Usman couldn't really get the takedowns against Leon Edwards in the rematch we saw. Leon has showed really good takedown defense recently, and he just has way better striking than Belal. I think Belal's way too slow for him. I think Belal shoots takedowns from way outside, and we've seen that in that Sean Brady fight with Belal. Belal was losing that fight very early, and then Sean Brady eventually just gassed out, and then just got beat up by him. But Leon's not going to gas out. Leon's going to end up putting the pressure on Belal, piecing him apart, leg kicks from the outside. I do think he might end up knocking out Belal in like the third or fourth round, but I'm not going to be betting him to win knockout. I'm going to be, like I said, he's going to be the third leg of that parlay with Tom Aspinall and Arnold Allen. But yeah, I'm really confident in Leon Edwards. I do think we're gonna have the same champion after this, and we're not gonna get a new champion. And yeah, guys, that's gonna be it for the UFC 304 bets. I hope you guys liked the video. I hope you all make money on these bets. I hope you guys take all of them. Check out the description. They're all gonna be in the description by tomorrow morning. They might not be on there tonight. So if you are watching this video tonight, wait a few hours. Wait till tomorrow morning. I will get all the bets on the description before the event starts. Come back to the video. Check out the video. Go to the description. Look at them. Like the video, comment on the video. Let me know if you guys have any bets for the day. If I didn't go over any fights, if I didn't make any reads on any fights that you saw that I'm not making a bet on, let me know your best reads on a fight. Subscribe to the page. Come back every single day. I post soccer bets as well. I do UFC. I do Cage Warriors. I might post a video for Ryzen tomorrow. I'm not sure. I'll let you guys know. I do LFA as well. So subscribe to the page, guys. I'm out of here. This is the Wager Zone, guys. Let's make some fucking money.